and welcome to this tutorial on Weiss Financial Ratings, one of the databases that is available for free through the Dauphin County Library System. To find this database, go to our home page and then click on Research. Weiss Financial Ratings will be all the way down here at the bottom. This database gives information on stocks, mutual funds, and exchange-traded funds, as well as strength ratings for banks, credit unions, and insurance companies, and a wealth of financial literacy tools. To access the database, you can click here on the name or click on Use Resource. If you are inside a library, it'll simply open up when you click on it. And if you are outside a library location, you will just need to put in your library card number and PIN number to access the database. All right. So here at Weiss Financial Ratings, we have three main sections. We have investments, which includes stocks, mutual funds, and exchange-traded funds. We have banking and insurance, which covers banks, credit unions, and insurance companies. And then the personal finance section, which we will look at last. Weiss Financial Ratings has two main types of ratings that they provide. They have investment ratings, which look at whether an investment has a good reward with minimal risk. The higher the rating, the more likely that you're going to get a good return on your investment with minimal risk, even though all investing requires some amount of risk. And a lower rating means that the potential risks outweigh the potential benefits, and it's probably not a good investment. Banking and insurance, on the other hand, uses what Weiss calls safety ratings. So these evaluate the strength and stability of the institution and whether it would be likely to survive a period of economic decline. Basically, whether or not you should entrust your hard-earned money to them. So we're going to go ahead and dive into the investments category. Before we do, I just want to point out that if you already know the name of the stock or bank that you're looking for, or the stock's ticker symbol, you can always start your search up here. You can simply input the name or symbol, click search, and go straight to what you're looking for. If you are just exploring for the first time or you want to search more broadly, you can dive in this way by clicking start your search for stocks. And do keep in mind, there's a lot of different ways to get to the same information on this page. You can go to stocks by clicking here or up here or under investment ratings. Same for mutual funds, which can be found here and here. And then for banks and credit unions, etc., you can also find them up here at the top or under safety ratings. So while it looks like there's a whole lot of buttons, a lot of the buttons are actually just taking you to the same places. So let's go ahead and click on Start Your Search for Stocks. Here, over here on the right, we have a description of what these ratings mean. Green, A to B, is what Weiss would call a buy. This means that it has a good or excellent record of performance, of giving good reward with minimal risk. So they would recommend that you buy shares. A hold, which is the yellow C rating, means just keep an eye on it. Don't get rid of this investment yet, but watch it, see how it does. And then a red sell is in this D to E, weak to very weak range, which means that the risk is really a lot higher than the reward, and Weiss would recommend that you sell. So that helps you see at a glance what this rating means over here. Up at the top, we have our options for searching, which you'll find here. I'm going to spend a little more time diving into detail on this first page because, as you'll see later, all of the other pages are set up almost exactly the same way. So we're going to spend some more time here at the beginning, and then we're going to click through the rest of these sections pretty quickly. So here we have a quick search. Again, good if you already know what you're looking for. There's a few basic criteria that you can adjust. And then here we have the option to build a screener. This is like your advanced search option. And you can actually build a screener from scratch by adding criteria that are important to you. I'm going to go ahead and clear this out. Over here you have some common screens that you can use if you don't want to start completely from scratch. But if you want to, you can click on Add Criteria and you can build your own personalized search based on what's important to you as an investor. So for example, we'll click on Industry, and then we'll click on Rating. Now, I haven't searched for a particular industry or rating yet. I've merely added the criteria, so I can now adjust to look for what I want. And every time I make changes to my criteria here, it'll be reflected in the results down here. If you want to save a search that you've built or any other search that you want to run again later, you can sign up for a free account and save these searches. And you can also add stocks to a personalized watch list so you can keep an eye on them. Over here, we have a how-to video on how to search for stocks and compare them. So you can watch that for more information. And here we have a link to a glossary, which will help you decipher some of the more complex financial terms that you might encounter on this resource. So here you can click through and learn more about what you're reading. And then down here, we have some pre-prepared searches. So we have all of the buy-rated mega cap stocks, so the biggest companies. We have some buy-rated consumer staples, etc. And if you want to run any of these pre-prepared searches, you can just click on See All, and it'll pull up the search, and you can make adjustments as you like. And finally, down here at the bottom, you have the option to search by sector. So if you already know what you're interested in investing in, so let's say healthcare, you can click Start, and it'll pull up the search. Now lastly, let's take a look at the profile of a stock. So let's look at BJ's Wholesale Club Holdings Incorporated. If you want to see the profile of any stock, you can just click on the highlighted name of it, and it will pull up the profile. Up here you have the Weiss rating. This is a buy-rated stock, though we can see it's kind of on the lower end of the buy range. And here is a whole lot of data that you can use to evaluate this stock. You can check on the rating history, how this stock has been rated by Weiss in the past, and you can use this handy comparison tool. So say that you are potentially interested in this stock, but you want to compare it to another. You can click to compare, and then you can type in the name of another stock. So for example, Walmart. And clicking on it will automatically populate all of this data here. And you can compare the nitty-gritty details of the stocks side by side. The bolded numbers showing you which numbers are higher. And you can compare up to 4 stocks at a time. If you want to get rid of any, you can just click on the name again and hit remove. Okay, so that's the stocks page. Again, we're going to click through the rest fairly quickly because as you'll see when we go over to mutual funds, the setup of the page is almost exactly the same. You're going to see a few different terms. Mutual funds aren't the same as stocks, but the way that you navigate the site is almost identical. Again, you'll see the ratings definitions here. You're going to see the option to search by category, pre-prepared searches here, quick search, custom search, a how-to video specifically about mutual funds, and a link back to the glossary, now toggled to mutual funds. Go over to exchange traded funds and it's the same story. So as you start to get familiar with one page on Weiss Financial Ratings, you'll actually be learning how to navigate all the other pages in this resource, at least all the ones for investment ratings and safety ratings. So that's our investments hub. We're now going to more quickly go through the banking and insurance hub. I'm going to click on Start Your Search for Banks. This site is probably starting to look pretty familiar. Quick search, build a screener, a how-to video, link back to the glossary, and all the same things that we're used to seeing. Down here, instead of searching by category like we had for investment ratings, you have links to some helpful ebooks that we'll take a look at later. And then over here, you can see that the ratings definitions are a little different. Now we're looking at safety, the stability and strength of these institutions. So you're not going to see a buy, hold, or sell anymore, but you're still going to have the A to B is green, excellent to good. The C is a fair, yellow rating. and the red is a D or E, weak to very weak. These weaker banks would not necessarily do well if there was an economic decline, whereas these would probably remain stable and be a good place to entrust your money. So if you want to take a look at a bank's profile, which we'll do real quick, you can open it up and you can see what this rating up here was based on. You can see the history of how this institution has been rated, and you again have the handy comparison tool, so you can click here to compare it to up to 3 other institutions. Credit unions, same setup, and then insurance companies, even though these are very different from banks, how you use the searches and the tools that are available to you are once again very similar. So that is how to use the 2 main types of ratings categories: investments, where you can find your stocks, mutual funds, and exchange traded funds, and banking and insurance, where you can see the safety ratings for banks, credit unions, and insurance companies. The last section that we're going to take a look at is personal finance. One of the great things about Weiss Financial Ratings is their educational tools. They have a lot of tools to help you learn how to use the database itself. So if after watching this video you still have questions, scroll on down to the video library at the bottom. They have an extensive video on how to use the database. They teach you how to compare stocks, how to search for mutual funds, how to test the strength of your bank, etc. So check those out if you want even more detail on how to navigate this database. And then over here, which you can also find some links down here, we have a library of free ebooks. We'll go ahead and click on one. This is a collection of ebooks about planning for the future. So for example, buying a home, saving for your child's education, retirement planning. And to open any of these ebooks, just click on the cover image and it'll open up a PDF that you can browse. Again, these are all free and they provide a ton of great information described in very clear, understandable language that helps to demystify a lot of these complex financial topics. So this is a really great resource if you're planning a big financial decision or if you just want to learn more about financial topics. If you're shopping for insurance, you can check out the consumer guides that they have available. And there's also some free downloadable, printable worksheets and other tools that you can use to help you organize and plan. And finally, if you still have questions, there's options to sign up for live training sessions. You can find that link here or down here. And if you click on it, it'll take you to a calendar with all of the upcoming webinars. Once again, these are totally free. All you have to do is register. They cycle through a variety of different topics. There's comparing stocks, how to make and stick to a budget, saving for retirement, shopping for Medigap plans, shopping for life insurance, and much more. All you have to do is register, and you have a free live training to help you learn more about what you're interested in. So there you have it. This is a fantastic resource with a ton of free, really professional information. So please don't hesitate to check it out. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us at the library. There is also an option to start a chat with a representative from Weiss Financial Ratings. So don't miss out. Spend some time exploring this website and take advantage of all of the resources available to you. Thanks for watching, and I hope this video was helpful.